Today I'm going to teach you all how to make the simple boat race on Scratch. So this little white boat over here will reach the yellow part, should reach the yellow part, and the white arrow marks over here are the boosters which help the boat to move a bit faster because it's kind of moving a little bit slow without the boosters. And then these brown parts over here are the the edges of the pathways are the places where I should not touch, and this small paddle over here is just a small challenge for you to cross before reaching. So when as I successfully reach this place in 26 seconds, the orange counter over here is a variable that I use to count the seconds. So the main concepts that I'm going to cover in this video is the motion, the cursor sensitivity, and the timer concept. So over here, at the same time, when it touches the brown part, it should come back, and as I told you. So it crashed, and now it came back to its original position. Now I'm going to discuss about the complexity of this code. So this project has a couple number of costumes. The backdrop is not easy to make, and these paddles, this entire project, the designing part, I have put in the starter project, which is in the description. And the code for this is also not quite is quite easy because it is only made up of 46 blocks, 43 in the boat, and 3 in the gate. There are no blocks for the backdrop in the backdrop section. So in this project, the main concepts which I used, the main blocks which are useful over here are the is the show, which is in the looks, and the switch costume to which are all in the looks, and the motion. I have used a couple of motion blocks, and then I have also used the variables for setting the time. And then this if touching white is the booster, and then if touching yellow is this part, which is the accomplishment part. And then this sound, I'm not currently playing this in this video because it is going to be very loud, but however you can go and listen to it in the complete project, which is also in the description. Now I'm going to show you how to make this project from the beginning, which is from the start. So here we have no block. So I'm just going to give a small brief about this entire process and on the reason behind these blocks. So when the flag clicked is when this green flag is clicked, this board should show, and then we had to make it switch costume to normal because there are two costumes, hit and normal. So when I make it switch to costume normal, it would come back to this costume. If it's in hit, it will be this costume. So then it points in direction 0. Now it's in -1 because I made it a -1 now. So now I'll just make it go to 0 because when I moved my pointer, it moved directly. And now making it going to this direction, x and y. X is the horizontal, and the y is the vertical axis. So this is the exact coordinate for the board, for the location of the board. And then this forward look in the block in the control section, we can just take it and add it directly. And then we have to make it point towards our mouse pointer, which gives the sensing. And then we have to make it move one step forever, which makes it move continuously. And then we have to make it if it's touching this brown part, it's indirectly and out. So we had to make it move to this costume here, which is a crash costume. And then we had to give this message, oh no, I crashed, because you crashed in that area. And then it should again come back to the start, and then it should again point in the same direction, 0. And then it should again go to the same position, and the timer should also become 0 because then it won't be fair. And then you have to make it switch to the same costume, which is the normal costume. Now we have just finished seeing this block, and now let's move to the next block. So when flag clicked forever, which is the forever block, and then if it's touching the color yellow, this the winning point, it should say that hooray, I have completed the race in, and this variable, which is a time, it's a variable over here. So it would display the time whenever it reaches the end. It would display the time. I have also played the game in the start of the project, so you can see that I have completed the race in 26 seconds. So it would say the time in which we have completed the race, and then here when flag clicked, it would set the time to 0.0 because it would start from the beginning, and then it would change the number by 0.1 because it says the milliseconds, and it would wait for 1 seconds to for it to change, and then when it touches the white part, which is the booster over here, the arrow marks booster over here, it will move 10 steps, which is a kind of increment in the speed for just a second. So it's like an acceleration, and then when the green flag is clicked, it would play the sound as I have told in the in the beginning of this video. You can listen to the sound in the complete project, which I have put in the description. Now I have muted this side because of the video taking purposes. And then when the green flag is clicked, and if it's touching the yellow, it would wait, and it would wait for a very small amount of time, and it would stop, and it will end the complete game forever. Now we have finished the boat section, the code for the boat, and now we've almost come to the end of the project. We just have to code the gate, which is just 3 blocks. We had to when the green flag is clicked, we had to make it forever turn 1 degrees towards the anti-clockwise direction, or the clockwise. It's up to you. You can use any direction up to your convenience. So I made it turn anti-clockwise over here. So this one will turn 360 degrees forever until we we reach the end of the game, which is the yellow part in the right corner. Now I would like to explain the variable concept once more in a more clearer way. So I'll just show you how the variable works. So when the green flag is clicked, this variable time, we can also make a variable by maybe, again I'll create a time to sample maybe, so you can just make it a variable and click on this OK, and so we get a new variable. So I'll just delete this variable here. So we can set the time to 0.0, which is the beginning, and then we can change time by 0.1 every 0.1 seconds. The value here changes by 0.1, and then when the game starts, there are two blocks over here which sets the time to 0. You can use maybe any one of them over there, and then when it reaches the yellow part over here, it will say that it has completed the race in this amount of time. This value over here, it will read. I have played the game once in the beginning of this video, so you can just refer to it. And then when it touches the yellow part over here, it will wait for a very small amount of time, and it will stop the entire game. So which would also stop the variable from counting, and it would stand still. And I have completed the race in 26 seconds in the beginning of this video. So the timer has stood still in 26. It has not moved to 27, nor has reduced.